lights in the city. Yeah, cut the lights in the city.
SiriusXM The Heat. It's Mina's house. I'm Mina SayWhat. Got Gerald.
Mina SayWhat.
Everyone does that with my name.
Yeah,
I love that people do that.
It.
Gerald is here.
Told myself I wouldn't. Still did.
Gerald. G-Eazy.
Gerald. Young Gerald.
Gerald.
Yeah, what's up?
It's funny when I read stuff about you and they're like, young Gerald.
Young Gerald.
Does your mom still call you Gerald? Does she call you G-Eazy?
She does not call me G-Eazy.
No?
No. No. Yeah, just Gerald.
Gerald?
Yeah, G.
Okay. Listen,
Gerald.
you have an album out right now. Congratulations.
Yeah.
Yes. What is this, 5?
I don't know if you count the mixtapes when I was 15. You know what I'm
I
saying?
don't
all the
even
way
know if
through
we can
everything,
count
like,
mixtapes
we're
anymore.
probably at album 38.
Right.
Yeah, but I was just having this conversation how weird, because I've seen like so many different eras of what these titles have meant of mixtape. You know what I mean?
Right.
From like, you know, like the Wayne era, you know what I'm saying, peak Wayne mixtape era to,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, to then, okay, now we can't just rap over beats, we have to clear all this, and now it's all got to be uploaded to everything, to, you know what I'm saying. But it used to be, yeah, you would put out a mixtape before the album and then go into the real album, and
Right.
you know what I'm saying, that's just what it was. But
I think Drake really set the bar, because I remember when Drake dropped his mixtapes, it was like an album.
Yeah.
And it used to be where the mixtapes were like throwaway songs. Like, oh, we did
either a
these
mix
songs.
of like throwaway songs,
Right.
that, you know what I'm saying, or just rapping over industry beats.
Right.
You know, but now it's like, okay, you got to paperwork everything, and it's like a whole different type of ball game.
So you got to get clearance for mixtapes too?
Yeah.
Everything
Anything.
now.
I mean, it depends like where you're at, I guess, but like, you know, there's no more quiet releases of just uncleared music. You got to paperwork everything.
Right. Scarey Nights is the name of the album.
Yeah.
And when I read the title, I already felt like it was like Halloween themed.
Yeah,
and then I saw the cover art.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like your split personality kind of thing going on for the cover art.
Yeah. I mean, I just love this time of year. I love Halloween. I love that whole vibe. I love, like, especially, I mean, love horror films. Like, I love like that kind of dark, sinister, like, especially sonically and musically. So I just thought it'd be dope to kind of like, just give the fans something for the love. Just like, here, like, I know I've been working on this album for a long time. To hold you over, let me just give you this. But then to kind of like, you know, tie it together with the thread, with the concept of like, okay, this is October Gotham music. You know?
Right, exactly. And I get that from the first 2 songs on the album. It gives me very like Halloween, like you could have scored one of the Halloween films.
Yeah. Yep.
What's your favorite film? Your favorite Halloween movie?
I mean, I love the OG Halloween. Like the OG, like the very first Halloween is definitely a classic, just in, you know what I'm saying, the score is so iconic, and, you know what I'm saying, just the way it's shot and everything. But it's, when you watch it now, it's like, you know what I'm saying, it's like a little, like, you know, hokey. But like The Shining is probably the greatest horror film of all time.
Really?
You know, I mean, just in terms of class. You've never seen The Shining?
And I think I watch all the horror films. I love Halloween. I dress up every year. I'm that girl in my whole house.
What are you dressing up as this year?
I'm Miss Incredible.
Miss
Elastigirl.
Love that. Yeah, a little less on the scary side. It's okay.
I'm the superhero kind of girl. I've done Wonder Woman, Superwoman, all of the women.
I had a year where I was about to be Superman, and I was probably like 5 or 6 years old, and they were out of Batman costumes, and I was pissed. So I was about to go as Superman, and night of Halloween, I just got pissed, and I threw my costume away, and I said, "Mom, I'm not doing this." And I put on this ninja costume that I would wear. It was really just sweatpants and like a hoodie and like a sword from Chinatown in Frisco.
Not Chinatown.
Like a little, you know what I'm saying, plastic little ninja sword, and I just went as my ninja. Yeah,
and you still got candy, because you got this beautiful face. G-Eazy is here. The Joker is here, a.k.a. G-Eazy.
Why so serious?
Is that who you're going to be for Halloween?
Maybe.
Maybe. Do you have your costume together?
Yeah.
What are you going to be?
Yeah, a couple things.
See, you're famous. I forget. Y'all need to have like 5 costumes to go to all the different parties.
Yeah, but I got a few events that I got to perform at, you know what I'm saying, different Halloween events. So.
Right. Scarey Nights is the album. So you got a couple of people on this album. Gunna, Moneybagg Yo, French Montana, The Game, Miguel.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So I know the way that music is now, you're not always in the studio with people, but who did you really enjoy being in the studio with out of those people?
One of the craziest sessions of my whole entire life was with Miguel and Game. And I was just working in LA, and that's kind of the crazy thing about LA is that, you know what I'm saying, everybody's always in the same kind of spot. So I'm in the studio in one room, and I had this beat, and I put a verse to it, and then I walked out to get some air, and I seen Miguel in the hallway. So I'm like, yo, you know what I'm saying? Because I know we hadn't worked together, but, you know what I'm saying? So I was just like, yo, like, we'll come peep what I'm working on. He was like, all right, for sure. Popped in, and he heard it, and he was just like, yo, this shit is crazy. Like, you got a hook to it? Like, can I put something down? I was
and
like,
that one's Demons and Angels.
Demons and Angels.
Right.
Yeah. And he just runs in the booth and just cuts the first thing he heard, and that was the hook. Like, it just came to him, and it just made so much sense with the concept I had in mind and everything. And then my homie Ant Clemens was in the studio with me, and we were talking about the game, and he was just like, that's big bro. I talk to him all the time. I was like, well, shit, can he pull up?
Right.
Yeah, and he FaceTimed him, and he did. 20 minutes later, Game was there and just walked straight in the booth and cut the verse. And, like, you know, I still remember getting Game's first album, like, hopping off the bus, like, in high school, like, you know what I'm saying, at Rasputin's in Berkeley, like, buying that documentary CD, like, ripping the plastic off, like, slapping that front to back, like, 100 times, like.
And you're from the West, so that must mean so much to you. You're from the Bay Area.
Yeah. So, you know, Game is one of those that, like, Game is one of the, you know what I'm saying, the greatest lyricists really of, you know what I'm saying, of let's talk about it. Like, Game is up there, you know what I'm saying, and that talented. So for me, so full circle as growing up on Game, and then meeting, you know what I'm saying, well, I met him before, but like him, you know what I'm saying, walking in my session and just going straight to the booth, and then the first line is, these cats think life is G-Eazy. You know what I'm saying? What? Like, it was many for me. It was crazy. So I just, like, these are the moments I appreciate as, you know, as a musician, as an artist, as a fan. Really.
Yeah. And Demons and Angels are one of my favorite songs.
Thank you.
Because it kind of describes what I feel. I don't really know you, but you know when you listen to someone's music, you feel like you know them. It kind of describes who I think in my head you are.
Yeah.
You know? So you ride that line of, like, hip hop and pop. You know, it's very hard to do that for some artists because, especially in the hip hop community, it's like when you make certain records, they're like, oh, you're pop. You know, how do you really stay or not stay on either side?
I mean, I can only ever be me. I can only authentically be me. So, you know, in my verses, that's, you know what I'm saying, I'm just painting my pictures and telling my stories and just being myself, you know, and I've been very blessed and fortunate in my career to have caught a couple hooks that, you know what I'm saying, ended up being like huge records. And, you know, I've done a lot for me and my family, like, you know, certain songs that have literally like fed my family for, you know, years, like bought my mom a house type, you know what I mean?
Which song?
Me, Myself, and I changed my whole entire life. You know, No Limit, Him and I, like, you know, these songs that did a lot for me and took me a lot of places, and I'm forever grateful for. So yeah.
G-Eazy's in the house today. Scarey Nights is the album. It's Halloween-y kind of, but then you start rapping like later on in the album. So it's a lot. It's a mixture of a lot there. You know, how long have you been working on this music?
I mean, I've been working. I'm constantly working. I'm in the studio almost every single night, and really what I'm working on is my album. And I felt like this project, it was just time to step out of the studio and give the fans something, you know what I'm saying, to hold them over. So that was the whole thought process with this EP/tape little project thing, you know what I'm saying. It's just to, like, I mean, it's hard to confine it by, like, if it's an EP or if it's a what. I think there's no rules anymore. It's just like, it's just music. I just wanted to give them, you know, like a body of work to just, like, you know, let the fans know that I appreciate you, you know, and to hold you over while I finish up this real album. Like, I've been working focused on this album since about January, which is probably like over 120 songs in. So I'm just like,
wow,
you know, trying to narrow it down.
Child, that's going to be hard for you, right?
It's the hardest part of the job. Yeah.
And you have 120 songs. That's a lot of songs.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Nah, we'll be all right.
So it's going to be a while before we get that.
Nah, it shouldn't be too long. I'd say we're probably like 90% there.
Okay, cool.
So we'll see.
I want to talk about some of your lyrics. So you said you should have signed to Master P. Was that just like a little cheeky No Limit kind of reference, or were you serious about that?
Yeah, because I'm saying I'm in this silk shirt, you know what I'm saying? And it's like I'm wearing a silk shirt with leather pants, you know what I'm saying? I'm shocking in this silk. I should have signed to Master P. What?
Okay. I was just wondering if maybe, you know, sometimes there's these stories about so-and-so tried to sign me before everything. No?
That was just a punchline.
Okay.
That was just a bar.
You're constantly talking about you're a crazy Gemini. You're a crazy Gemini. Is that true?
Well, if I talk about it enough, I mean, sheesh.
I mean, but what defines crazy? Like, what
Ask
kind of
any
things
of
are
my
we
ex-girlfriends. Shit. I mean, I don't know. Ask anybody who's known me. I mean,
you just seem like such a cool, laid-back guy.
Well, half of a Gemini is that.
Yeah, and then there's the other side.
You know, yeah.
Are you big into astrology?
No, not particularly.
Oh,
no.
okay.
No, I just know what I know about a Gemini, and I've been told everything by anybody who's gotten to know me that well that you're crazy.
Yeah. Well, I think the thing with Geminis is literally it's two. It's like you get one side.
And you're hanging out with Gerald right now. Stick around a few more hours. And you might
It's
see
G-Eazy. I don't know if I want to see G-Eazy. Is that too much? Am I ready for that? I don't think I'm ready. You can't Millie rock. Really?
No, I don't dance.
At all?
Not really, no.
It's literally like just
a
hand
But that's just me. That's just me making fun of myself.
Okay, so no dancing, no Millie rock.
Really.
Okay, and then I Wanna Rock is your current single, right?
Mm-hmm.
Featuring Gunna. You know where I'm going with this. So in the lyrics,
the project is out now on, you know what I'm saying, all platforms. And music is a beautiful thing, man. It's just, you know what I'm saying, expressing itself. So that music is out now.
All right.
We'll get more after this commercial break.
We don't have commercials. We're commercial free.
Okay, we'll get you after this next 60 minutes of commercial free hip hop.
Okay. Listen, let's play I Wanna Rock right now. Introduce this song
Yo,
so
this
people
is
can
G-Eazy.
hear what I'm
This is
talking
I
about.
Wanna Rock featuring Gunna.
All right. So G-Eazy, I've been talking about you a lot, right? Not only because of the music, you know, we play No Limit all the time, but also a lot of other stuff that's going on in your life. So you were trending for the Monday Night Football thing.
Yeah.
And I was on air while it was happening and I saw you trending. So a lot of people were like, why is he doing the halftime show? What did you think about that?
I mean, I thought it was, you know, a huge look. I mean, how could you not? You know what I'm saying? Like when the NFL approaches you about performing, you know, like filming a performance for Monday Night Football, that's like, you know what I'm saying? That's one of those dreams of like, what? Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Why would you not? But I think anytime, you know, it's like this, like you have all these stations on Sirius, you listen to what you would want to listen to because you're somebody who, you know what I'm saying, caters to like, I want to hear, you know, Shade 45, or no, I want to hear Hip Hop Nation, or I want to hear 70s on 7. You know what I'm saying? That's what you're into.
You have
but
us, I
Monday
see.
Monday Night Football, you know, is like everybody. You know what I'm saying? So when you get it, like, I think if, you know, me, the people who listen to me or who understand me or something like that, that's like, you know what I'm saying, like, that's a certain audience or something like that. But when you play it for everybody all at once, you get this weird reaction of like, you know what I'm saying? Some people would be like, what is this? Some people is like, oh shit, that's G on TV. That's a little tight. You know what I'm saying? You get a wide array of kind of reactions.
That's a good way of looking at it too.
I mean, for me, it's like, nah, I can't take what, you know what I'm saying, you know, 38-year-old Dave in Wisconsin is, what is this trash on my television? Yeah, I mean, you know.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does that happen? Did the NFL reach out
not
to your
singling
people?
out Wisconsin.
Or was it Jay-Z? Did Jay-Z have a conversation with you? Like, how does that work?
No, I don't know. Shit.
No, nothing?
Yeah.
Because then I read that Jay-Z had reached out to Shakira himself, you know, to do that. So I was wondering what the process is like.
Nah, we've done a lot with ESPN,
I see.
in the past, and we have a relationship there. So, you know, it was just like, you know, it's a big look.
Right. Well, I enjoyed it, but and then it looked like a car commercial a little bit. Did you get a check from the car side of it?
Hey man, you know what I'm saying? I was up there performing,
right?
You know, in front of millions of people, and when you're a kid, I was selling mixtapes in downtown Oakland, you know what I'm saying, out of a backpack with a CD player, talking about support local hip hop,
right?
You know, for years and years and years before anything popped off. You know, these kinds of opportunities are what you dream of, to be in front of big audiences. I think, you know, so many people like dreaming of like doing shit in music, you know, chasing a dream, like working for a dream, all this, that, and the other. You know, 9 times out of 10, all you want is opportunity, you know, to prove yourself or to get in front of people. And, you know what I'm saying? It could feel so hard for so long when it's like you're not getting no traction. You're not like, you're putting out songs and it's not blowing up overnight. You know, it's like, what's not, you know what? So when you start to get the ball rolling and you get opportunities to get these looks and come on these stations and do interviews and promote what you're doing, man, it's just like blessings you gotta be grateful for.
What do you want your legacy to be?
Man, you know, just to be one who stayed true to it, you know what I'm saying, and did it for the right reasons and shared the platform and, you know what I'm saying, forever just put the spotlight back to the Bay Area and just kept giving back and kept, you know what I'm saying, bringing more through that door with me.
All right. Thank you, G-Eazy. Go check out his project, EP, Scarey Nights, right now.
Yeah.
And when you drop the album, man, come back. All
Hell
right?
yeah, for sure.
Thank you for being here. I appreciate
Thank
you.
you.
It's Mina's House on The Heat, SiriusXM.